Alright, what's next on the clock? What? What's next on the clock? It's on the docket. How did you even get such a phrase wrong? Maybe I should have been trying to find a way to leave this universe instead of bumming around here. You're free to leave whenever. Dang it. Let's just get on with this review. Some Halloween special this is. Hey, you can leave this collab anytime you want. How did we end up doing this again? I think your brother signed us both up for this one. Sounds like him. Anyways, happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you're ready for a look into a Goosebumps episode after so long of me, Wolf, not doing one. To make this one in time for the holiday, we're going to be doing a solo episode this time. The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. Wait, is that what the opening bit was about? Glad to see you're excited. So, let's get into this. It opens up with the classic pastime of children. Bouncing a ball down a street while listening to music and being as vulnerable as possible. Unfortunately, he misses his dribble and has to pick up his ball from the forest of laughing children and also sees a random bloodstain. You mean blood trail. Such a find is certainly setting a mood. However, it was all a prank by his little sister. We also learn that this isn't the first prank she's done, as she tripped him during his previous birthday party to make a mockery of him in front of his friends. Ah, siblings. Either they're nice and wholesome, or they're agents of chaos set to ruin your life. Their father then brings in a clock that he's always wanted. For some reason, he's also really wanted a cursed clock, as the story goes that its maker put a spell on it that would only activate only when someone found out what the magic was. Michael then overhears that his sister will get in trouble if the dad finds any part of the clock to be broken after she was seemingly playing with it. So, this is the perfect opportunity, and he plans to get back at her after making so much noise just on his way down. Him snapping the bird is actually kind of creepy, honestly. I know it's a small action, but just the way he easily snaps its neck just evokes an unnerving feeling. When he wakes up, he finds himself reliving his birthday from 3 days ago. However, since he has already experienced it, he plans on not falling victim to his sister's trip attack. Only to utterly fail because he was too in his head. Michael is then haunted by a dream of the cursed clock, unable to fix it, then being chased through a warped reality of his home, and also the laughter of his sister. Geez, she really scarred him. When waking up, his mother reveals that it's his birthday, but at an even earlier junction, as he's now 6 years old. As a result, his sister hasn't been born yet, and he realizes that time is flowing in reverse because of him snapping the cuckoo clock's head back. You know, for a 12-year-old, he sure picks up on things quickly. Also, the timescale for this reversed time is really whack. First it was 3 days, now all of a sudden it's half his lifespan. Makes sense that he's worried about the next jump being into non-existence. And since he's 6 years old now, he has to chase down the clock as it hasn't been bought yet. Thankfully the store still has it, but it's a shame that it's closed as the owner is on vacation currently. As much as he doesn't want to, he unfortunately does fall asleep. But luck's out as he hasn't faded away just yet. He's just a toddler. As such, he's limited to babble and noises, so he can't even really communicate about needing to go to the antique store. Although he does try his hardest out. Thankfully though, his dad really wanted that clock, so he takes him window shopping to the exact antique store he needs to go. When ascending the clock to be ready for the strike of noon, he accidentally knocks off 1988 before twisting the cuckoo's bird head back into the right direction. Upon doing so, he's shot back into the present and is overjoyed to be back to his normal time. It's actually really sweet that he shows his parents love. It only takes almost erasing yourself from existence to let the people close to you know how you really feel about them. Oh, and Tara doesn't exist. Like, erased completely. Her bedroom is still the father's office, and the family photo only has the three of them.
So Tara has never been born. I suppose there's some way to go back in time and get her, right? I guess I probably ought to do that. And I will. One of these days.
So, you're gonna get her, right? Yep, she's gone, and her body is probably
blown into bits of star stuff.
What a dark ending. But that's it. Pretty straightforward story. Michael messes with time, quickly realizes the situation, and figures out what he has to do, and then does it, but causing a small hiccup. The siblings don't have much going on with their characters. The beginning of the episode sets up their little feud, and it becomes a means for the plot to really start, since Michael only interacts with the clock under the idea that his sister will get in trouble for it. Later, he tries to bring her up when he's 6 years old, so maybe it's a sign that he does care for her to some degree, but other comments show that it's just Michael coming to grips with his current year. Also doesn't help that he is smiling more so with glee than with determination at the end when he says that he'll go back for Tara, clearly aiming to put off her rescue. And it's easy to understand why he would feel this way. The birthday party and the most recent scare show that she's effectively just agitating him, then acting cute to get only her brother in trouble. She was made with a purpose, and she executes that idea perfectly. However, I really like the little moment for 6-year-old Michael during the night. He's not falling asleep even after 2 hours of bedtime stories because he believes he will disappear the moment he does. Due to the situation, he's fallen into a depression because he doesn't have a full grasp of the rules, so it really is a possibility that he might just vanish, and since he couldn't do it earlier that day, he feels like he is lost already. It's hard not to feel bad for him in the moment because you are also in the dark still about all the rules. The parents also aren't that bad as characters. Most Goosebumps parents are basically oblivious to the situation, and it can be really frustrating to watch. But I think this episode does a good job coming up with a reason as to why they won't help him. They literally have no clue about the clock causing it because they don't have the clock yet, and they are living their present life. Every day they woke up, it was not looking at it as a past event, but as their current day. Even if they listened to Michael about it, there's no real way to prove it. The only proof would be a broken antique clock. Because the parents can't help, it also adds another little layer of hopelessness. The episode's pacing is decent, the setup doesn't take too long, Year 6 would have been fine cutting out the birthday party, I think, and Year 0 had a few seconds that probably could have been trimmed. Originally, I was going to call it too fast and be mixed on it, but then I did some late night thinking and came to the conclusion I was just overthinking it. Overall, this episode is fine. It's not bad, but it isn't blowing me away either. I think it'll just be a 6 out of 10. It's a fun watch with an interesting premise that doesn't explore much of it. However, what it does show is nice enough, and I'm sure the ending will definitely pop up in my brain every now and again. So, would you turn back time to not do this review? Yes, in a heartbeat. But I can put that off for later.